Second.
Roll call.
Mr. Freeman.
Yes.
Mr. Kelly.
Yes.
Mr. Campbell.
Yes.
I request a motion to approve the IRS standard mileage reimbursement rate beginning January 1st, 24 at 0.67 cents per mile driven for business use and increase 1.5 cents from 2023.
So moved. Second.
Roll call.
Mr. Kelly.
Yes.
Mr. Freeman.
Yes.
Mr. Campbell.
Yes.
I request a motion to approve the annual Pierce Township membership to Cloud in the amount of $200.
So moved. Second.
Let me ask a real quick question. I probably should have asked this earlier, but how long have we been a part of this organization?
Forever.
Okay, what are we getting out of it?
Alan does use the.
You know, it's an organization that advocates for the larger townships as opposed to, you know, a lot of the OTA stuff
Right.
tends to be a mix of largely more rural issues. Clout actually focuses more on the urban, you know, the large urban townships. So Anderson Township is part of it.
I see that. Yeah.
I think Green Township has been part of it. Union Township is kind of in and out of it, but Liberty Township in Butler County. So that's, you know, it's a good group of people for us to work with and share some ideas with or learn from as it may be.
Okay.
By the way, you got it.
Okay, roll call. Thank you.
Mr. Freeman.
Yes.
Mr. Kelly.
Yes.
Mr. Campbell.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Super. Mr. Williams.
Yes, Administrator Williams requests a motion to approve Resolution 2023-041, finding the property owned jointly with Batavia Township at 40 Oak Street, also known as the Morse House, does not have any governmental or public need and can be disposed of in accordance with Ohio Revised Code Section 505-10 subsection A6 through a negotiated sale for the purposes of historic preservation and economic development. As you all know, and I have some information in here, we've been working with a group or a buyer that actually approached us. They came to Ms. Schwei initially, and she sent them on to me. And we did a lot of research on this particular group and their expertise in doing historic preservation. Also their deep roots in Clermont County. All those things we think are real positive. And I think there's an economic development aspect to this we're really excited about, and that's potentially some home renovation filming that could potentially be done that would bring a lot of positive, I think, things to the community, both nationally as well as here locally. So I'm recommending that the board take the first step in the process of approving this resolution. This would simply say that we no longer have use for the property, and per ORC, we can move forward with a negotiated sale. The negotiated sale would be for the appraised price of the property. And the Batavia Township then would take the same action at their January meeting, first week of January. I will come back on January 10th to ask you to approve the sales agreement. That's being formulated by our township attorney right now, and should have that for you to review next week. So hopefully that will put in motion all the things we need to be able to sell the property. I have now received all the information we requested from the purchaser of the property. That includes the financials on how much they're going to spend, where the resources are going to come from. Also, the timetable that they're going to have on the construction schedule, and then a detail of the construction, the renovation cost that they're going to have. And it's very detailed and broken down. So this is a very experienced group, and I think someone that will do a great job for 175-year-old property in our community that we definitely want to preserve. So I think it's a win-win for the township, for both townships for that matter. And Batavia Township is in favor of this as well. So we expect their approval at the January meeting.
I applaud you guys for putting this deal together. I think it's a very creative workaround through some pretty thorny issues. Yeah. So I think it's great that what you guys have done. I think that this building was doing nothing but deteriorating, and now we're going to put it to a really positive use. So I couldn't be happier. I think this is a great deal. Good work, guys. But your compatriot's not here tonight, but you know, you guys did good work on
We
this.
appreciate that. And so maybe we'll coordinate that you can show up and do an inspection at some point and get on camera. How's that?
Oh, I don't want to be a camera. I've been in that building and there are some elaborate raccoon dens in there, so. But
I agree with everything that Trustee Freeman said. Good work.
Yeah, likewise, and it was quick too, so that didn't take any time at all to put this deal together. So fantastic. Okay. Any
I'll-
further? Mhm.
I'll make the motion to approve.
Seconded,
Roll call.
Mr. Kelly,
Yes.
Mr. Freeman,
yes.
Mr. Campbell.
Yes. All right. Thank you again, Mr. Williams. You're up again.
Yes, Administrator Williams requests a motion to authorize a purchase order in the amount of $3,634.00 to the alarm and door security vendor Sonatrol for additional access control, and a purchase order in the amount of $7,521.00 for installation of a 3M window safety film to Solar Tent Incorporated. The cost will be allocated to the general fund, police fund, and fire fund according to the amount of work associated with each area. At the last meeting a couple of weeks ago, you determined to table this so that we can investigate whether we could use the tax increment financing pool of money we have from Presswick. Mr. Freeman did his best efforts to try to convince our legal counsel that that would be something's approvable, but he was unsuccessful. I'll let him speak to that. I did, per your request, I did put in, working with our fiscal officer, the line items that would be appropriate in each one of those departments. So we highly recommend this. We think that it's important that we create a measure of safety and security for our staff. And this is a good step in that direction. And ultimately, as we go through our planning for our facilities and so forth, we can determine if there's more that's needed here to this existing building down the road.
Okay. Yeah, I think the times we live in require something like this. So I think it's important that we protect our employees to the best of our ability. So I appreciate all the work you've done on this. Mr. Williams, thank you.
So moved,
Second.
Roll call.
Mr. Freeman,
yes.
Mr. Kelly,
Yes.
Mr. Campbell.
Yes, Mr. Williams.
Yes, Administrator Williams requests a motion to allow employee to carry forward 3 days of vacation into the 2024 calendar year. Despite my best efforts, very difficult to take the vacation time that's granted to me. And so would greatly appreciate the board's approval of that.
So moved.
Seconded,
Roll call.
Mr. Kelly,
Yes.
Mr. Freeman,
yes.
Mr. Campbell.
Yes. Okay, and I suppose you're going to pinch it for Mr. McCarthy. Mr.
Yes,
Williams.
I will. So the Community Development Director, Eddie McCarthy, is also requesting a motion to allow this employee to carry forward 5 days of vacation in the 2024 calendar year.
So moved.
Yeah, but what I really like is that he's the community development director. Seconded,
Is it like Tony the Tiger?
director,
Roll call.
Mr. Kelly,
Yes.
Mr. Freeman,
yes.
Mr. Campbell.
Yes.
And then lastly, Community Development Director Eddie McCarthy requests a motion to approve payment of the invoice from American Structure Point LLC for engineering and surveying services pertaining to the State Route 125 sidewalk extension project. Again, this is community development block money that we received. It is 100%. There is no match, local match related to that. And as we go through the process and have these invoices once a month, we'll need to get the board to approve them. So this is the first step in the process, is what American Structure Board is doing.
Okay. Thank you.
So moved,
Second.
Roll call.
Mr. Freeman,
yes.
Mr. Kelly,
Yes.
Mr. Campbell.
Yes.
This is the reimbursement grant.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it has to be, it's 100% repayment, but we pay it and then we get paid back.
Got it.
This is the grant that originally we received. We were going to put it towards something else, and then ultimately they allowed us to move it back. Is that correct? Yeah. Okay. All right. Any other business to come before the board?
Election of officers.
Oh, we're doing that today. Okay,
We can, whatever.
that's fine.
I thought we were planning on that tonight
Well, that's fine. No problem.
to start the new year.
Yep, fine.
We're talking about appointing chair and vice chair. I think.
Yeah,
Okay, I just wanted to
yeah,
make sure.
fine. Sure.
So I will make the motion to appoint Alan Freeman as chair for the year starting 2024.
Second. Roll call, a discussion. Roll call.
Mr. Kelly,
Yes.
Mr. Campbell.
Yes.
And Mr. Freeman.
No. Yes.
We'll go back and discuss that.
You see the look on her face? I was trying to see if she's awake.
All right.
Now Vice Chair.
As we normally do this, I believe that the nomination would go to Nick, so I would like to nominate Nick Kelly.
Is that how we normally do it?
Well, because
I'm fine with it. I
because
just wanna make-
you were the chair this year. Then I become chair, then he goes to 3, you go to 2. That's the way it should have gone.
Okay,
I stepped out of order because I put myself. The last go around, I put myself as number 3.
okay.
So then you would logically be the next one. That makes sense. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're the chair.
doesn't matter to me.
I don't want to step on your toes.
Doesn't matter to me.
Okay.
If it works and you guys are happy, I'm happy. So I'll second that.
Okay.
Roll call.
Mr. Freeman,
Yes.
Mr. Campbell.
Yes.
And Mr. Kelly.
Yes.
Okay. What about the swearing in?
We're gonna go do the swearing in Tuesday or Wednesday of next week.
Okay,
We're gonna go to the courtroom.
okay.
So
Oh, okay, all right. Any public discussion, public comment? You guys are it.
come on, say
You
something.
want to comment or publicly discuss? Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, guys.
Your home is lovely, is decorated in a very lovely fashion. It's pretty. Okay, is there a motion to adjourn?
You take all the credit.
Well, you did a very good job. Okay, is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, we are adjourned. Have a good evening. Merry Christmas.
Nick, how were you thinking about volunteering for that?
I did. I just made a suggestion.
And he's like,
he's
volunteer.
like, you're the guy. And I'm like, well,
I think it's
guess I'd
good.
be a hypocrite if I didn't follow through. And, you know,